Giving cats in quite a while. I want make another picture and the giveaway we're given out of here back there. Word like that don't get me, as you know it refers to a term known as G-bomb. Just see that the spirit of you and I at the present limit. The term Ottawa originally meant doll where to know something or to trade something, so we were to be people going to protect the tree around. So lies among the nationality which we refer to ourselves as the original people. Oliver language, it was pretty close, but there are some differences of water. Thankfully if speak English I didn't understand. Mississippi State in front of the emergency internet connection all the way out there. We want to maintaining dirt video players in my life today and that general area. Your dollar pretty much saved. Mary be straight, and now I'm located. I'm actually better. Okay, it's just me. Up on your way. This was the only thing I could find in my bathtub. The voting down southern Wisconsin where the names of war once Potawatomi villages Waukesho and our language that refers to a fox which is walk vision while a person was home. So what I want something you need to talk. I'm going to explain them, but one of them Buck named Beaver Dam. So there's a lot of history about people along the western shores of Red towards Washington as land at one time that was called Potawatomi, Maryland. According to some of our elevation they still go up. Collect medicines up there, but our history seems to be the difficult to talk about that because of the removable way back then. 1837 Cleveland, a lot of tribes were being moved westward. Some moved into Canada and kept going northward, and during that removal too it said that though some part of a lot of me went software, I like that going so, and today they love Monday. Mexican food, Indians, trader debt. My great grandfather was on that march, and as you're being forced out by the government, the removal policy and murder along the line to escape to service. And my favorite brother mom and they drink up with a group of people. Feel free to Mexico should they flip to Mexico and lived in Mexico. My grandfather was born there. After several years his army is its soldier. Interior to Mexico too long because dad is cute. And on their first night back after you cross the Rio Grande back into the states of Texas, my grandfather never escaped to get the front. Children please, and there are the evil body men work on hunting with the old man there to her take care of the camp should they shop the old man when the ladies have a couple of minutes. Sleeps in their hands and sleeps in their hands after maybe didn't forget the baby either to turn a horse, and Lucy couldn't keep him because of all shirts and they just hit the fee right there. Grandfather was a little boy by the state talks about traveling by night. It's pretty still during the day maybe when you cancel. My grandfather, young man, why would we meet? You're real to the Sheboygan area, take off to escape from the removals. So if the soldier's position is rich from Sheboygan and they finally moved up into force, come here, very wonderful. There were already part of our music and all over here, just didn't nobody know where they were, and everybody wasn't hiding because we fought soldiers around in the late 1800s. Of gentleman by the name of Eric Marston, who is a Lutheran missionary, learned that there were Potawatomis in northern Wisconsin that were living here, and he decided to help the Potawatomis through the Homestead Act with daddy, else would work with other attorneys to secure monies from the tree at Chicago. A lot of that money was used to purchase lands up here in Forest County, so we started to organize after the Indian Reorganization Act in 1934. We officially became the Forest County Fire Water Me in 1937, where we were released on that extreme from my grandfather's home state. Put it along home, and later I'm not starting to get at it. Her Shanky 20 is a kitchen and the dining area, and we're all set to 12 hours. They prefer the log houses schedule, much warmer. When the government first came and built us going home free houses, so I was in me move back to this loud house. If you're in the winter on old man, they talk about hitme now a whole room. I was right, and the people in their right tones to speak up. Some regular building in my house, they had a nice mark population, maybe a little bit more, but they say what the smallest is wrong. Any recognized bands of Potawatomi Nation? What is that? But that's enough. That doesn't even look like a circle square. Oh, that makes a lot. I don't bet money though. Lincoln. Oh, okay, I'm glad you clarified. Any screen massage again on the tablet? Okay, what is going on, man? But you can get enough of you tomorrow. You have a nice weekend, Braden. I have 5 whole pages of one by text, yay, and only a few adaptions that I had to do just from skimming fluid play. Then hypothetically, if a scientist Alfred to cut your arm off and replace one with an upgrade of your choice and shut down sequence with hacking protection in it, what do you accept? And if it was for you and the arm would have cost $10 million otherwise, but why wouldn't you? Whether you're one of your fancy human limbs, the extra for now not even get in the coin. It was because he took advantage of it. Oh, why would they remove the coin? Game developers do. Yeah, there's some entire features that came about that we make it just like the telephone real life. Yes, but it would also be awesome. Yeah, that's part of the awesome, because I told you how to be safe. How is that possible? What do you mean to heaven? So I can see is the purple hand, but then again I have the just blending and I don't have to have the rocket just faster things about function as well. Seriously, we could use a population like I would never take it off at that point. I was like, I know you should know that by now, but we've known each other for 55 years exactly. Oh. No, I never sleep. If there was a sandwich made me completely not need sleep and I take it in a heartbeat, I'll play them. Yesterday you picked up more than double than yours, but I don't care. Yeah, one Mafia said, and Matthias Mullet might. Oh yeah, what was my case chap name? All right. Hot Chip. I was playing his nickname for the chip. Okay, pointless chip, you know you're never going to now. Why? Encyclopath Muffin Psychopathic Chip or Psychopathic Insane Psychopathic Chip. Mikey, how do you not know that you have the brain cell? Squidward. Yeah, Mikey, are you that stupid you didn't know that? Like, do you have the plan cell of Alcatraz Island? Exactly. What's month are you talking about? Haha. Blakey, did you forget about that? How did you already forget about that? Monkey, he was. Oh, thank you. That's actually slightly better than the plain part of human because I can actually think 12 times faster. Island brings some of the operations. Island divides into multiple cells. How is that a dad joke? I mean, I know. Does that exercise don't stretching all the way to West Texas? Like, imagine whistling with a B note means to you and then no directly behind it or whatever whistling is. Mikey, what are you talking about? Stop being a Squidward. Yet tap this tab about it. You don't get to do that. You don't get to do that. How you doing? Exactly 100 tables in order to build me a cardboard house that I can never end up. How have you not heard of them? They're famous using players. They make Fox Sports. They really made a box fort playing like an actually fly with live footage. Logan and Phil, which was introduced 2 years ago. In my opinion, the channel is better before refill and they want me to wait. Yeah, no, it was live footage on stream. They can't like thinking that lunch anyways, so they've also made a box worth that I have water hooked up to them. 5-story box fort underwater sports D up to code plumbing water. Please, you just need multiple layers of cardboard. Well, this is like Whirlpool wood under it. You know, that's also pretty good idea too, cause they don't leave a scaffolding boxes to build that thing because they can't stand that I might eat. Will you not paying attention on this second story sing as they sell? They have a stove, cardboard and duct tape. I enjoyed so much money you can't make a box for adults without tape. No, Apple stock went up. Okay, everyone knows if you have all the ones at work. Oh really? I do. I'm fine on your data. You're looking at my screen. Exactly. I will steal your data because they're high on the leaderboard. Unlimited plane power at least. The Alcatraz Island zone that extends to West Texas. Honestly forgot what agreed to the haha. Jordan, yes, it's a very clearly yeah, 7 points. I'm 15.5 out. I can't believe you stopped 97% of this stuff. How many more money than you know? No, you didn't give me the way less money. Do you use? Oh, I use humans. That's way more valuable. Exactly. Just once you get rich enough to make yourself happy. Wait, I'm looking for the binoculars. No, I was trying to find you. So Mikey, how's life on Alcatraz? What do you mean? It doesn't he live there? Oh yeah, they actually. Oh yeah, they have wide for Calvin always. You should ask the other Alcats on the multiple different cell organisms into a different cell every couple of years. That's all that extends into West Texas vacation spot. Okay, Google, they seem like cloning program is working my place. Would you send a good job on making Mikey turn into a clone of me? That's my line. Maybe like 20 minutes. Cause I'm stupid. You are. Oh yeah. Haha, my episode way more than you did. I do not know that. $185 per year. Stop trying to sell Lincoln. Sell your business. No one wants Lincoln. Try to pronounce it. Wait, and can I see it? I want to try pronounce it. Wait a minute, let me see it. I want to pronounce it. Let me see. Wait, let me see. I'm going to fly it. They're kind of glad. No, my pineapples pizza people. I lose water. No, a minute passes. I don't know why, but I finally have a bigger reaction to that. Mikey, what happened in Africa? An hour passes. What happens every 464 days in Africa? A leap year passes. How long is it then? Oh yeah, the thing I mean, let's see. A year is 4652421. 9 days. Just lost $9,000. 12,000. Haha, highway patrol video. No, that's a Minecraft. Mikey, do you like the glow squid in Minecraft? Squid or a magic pillager that can send me a large chunks of ice hurling at you? Because then yes, seriously, out of the great hunger and the giant squid are the queen boys and the giant squid. Maybe the crosscut is a descendant of the giant squid and yellow is stupid and the club should have won. Black only won blocks before. This is a very dark conversation, but Mikey, what are you funny? What? Wait, what was options? That copper golem, the sniffer, or the Wallace? The other one? No, it's the penguin, the crab. Now, only reason why I wanted to vote for a snippers because I thought it would introduce more and Matt hadn't even make a video on it. That was the no. That wasn't it before he got that year before you announced the retirement. Disappointed or something? Yeah, good friends. Who can lose the most money? Who can be most depressed? Okay. Wait, Matthias, did you dig the weight down or something? Also look at how many diverse assets I have. Yeah, that's good thing. I can lost 52. Oh, thank you. Oh, wow, it's up to 10 pages. Oh, yeah, you will when it comes out, and I'm making money from a minute. I'm worthy. How's the night? What happened again? Not that I was watching it like this, but I didn't have any Bluetooth headphones, and I walked in the same path every time. Yeah, and some one full body empire. Daddy, I wish I wasn't back yet. Have been there. Welcome. No, what put my Williams idea? Something stupid. I mean, except for maybe some waffle lions or something for the skateboard. Talking about back seats. 1027. Never mind, that makes a lot more sense. Yeah, that's because it isn't the world of not good things. Not yet. No, I went over. Oh yeah, we're going over the video. Wait, are we doing or finishing the video? I'll be back, and I don't want to redo the whole level. Oh, maybe you should, maybe shouldn't give up on your dreams right now. The gaming system, so I was your only goal. What a fire circle. You're welcome. And where are you going? Why does the volume thing keep glitching? Yeah, stay active. I'm Mr. Wolf. Okay, tell me what I just said. Like love, you heard the rules for a stupid like that. Hey Dick, what was the one that gives you a point of death and deleted all the timestamps and your family with someone that right now? Paperwork highway. Yeah, what's the longest Google document that you've ever done by now? You've ever made in terms of words? So you're telling me you don't check how long it is in words? I think we might have come into a coma. We didn't. Do you think we might have moved too many brain cells and it might be in a coma? For me, I never worry about that. I really never taking a nap since 8 years ago. Did you never taking a nap to sleep? My phone is I haven't taken them. If I haven't taken a nap in 8 years and I don't plan on starting now. Smiley face. Okay, I'm coming. At first I just got it. Cooper tire. I am in limit. Took like an extra hour or something. I'm almost at 53,000, so definitely home defense. And then the season. The problem is that you're not taking advantage. It starts second half. What's the problem? You're excited. How are we supposed to know? No, yeah, they did that on purpose, so they took Lena. Exactly, we should try that moment. So I don't know, just went inside the ball. She sprinted over here, passing here. Yes, that's smart enough. Lincoln, do you think that should be a thing where in football you can do? You think there should be a thing but do it should be a thing for one turn? It was a thing on football too. It was a video from old Jenkins football team. No, I don't know. He's a person who created that payment. What do you mean? Do you plant it off? Exactly. So when are we started? Oh wow, okay, short kind of. Please edge order. I play buttons because I hear you well. I've known to do as well. All right, nice. Hello, okay, smiley face. Hey, got back. Chromebooks please, and pay attention. Stella thighs after chromosome. And set for life the way a Wallace's name again for years ago please. From explosion in Los Angeles, several firefighters are injured, including two who are in a critical Indian conditions following an explosion in Iowa. Accord firefighters responded to a semi-truck on fire early Thursday. The department said 200-gallon tanks were on the truck, of which exploded while firefighters were putting out the greens. The flames were as high as telephone poles and exploded the transformer nearby. Done on a video shows forward police repeatedly to an edamame after thinking following acorns were gunfire in Oscar just definitely shoot for men because he thought that an acorn hit him with a gun. Show what is a police officer mistake an acorn for a gunshot. Facebook department officers at home to announce you in College House 45. So you said that they found in Missouri 621 value. Please hold offices. She hadn't seen her mother. Person was down to the chest freezer cuz person. Yes please. 14 million from the city of Tampa, Florida. Love will get in mind though this year, and mom makes dinner today at 2026 at this point tonight after a month after he got out before surgery and in any car. I'm a 5-year-old Palestinian girl who was trapped in a car with her mom. No, their dead relatives after it came under Israeli fire in Gaza last month. Of hasn't found dead on January 29. Cuba and Raja had been traveling in a car with her uncle, his wife and their 4 children. Lean fighting in the northern Gaza where they came under and grilling fire to the Palestinian Society. So did the kids die from overheating or some? Boy, alleys and borderpatrol.com. Really unusual. I mean, luggage from a traveler returns from Africa full and mummified monkeys. The passenger returning from the Democratic Republic of Congo recorded that the luggage contained dry fish, but also there is an inspection of Boston Logan Airport revealed dead and dehydrated bodies and 4 monkeys because of the traveler said he brought the monkeys into the U.S. for his own consumption, not knowing that was all around. The processes from wild animals is banned in the U.S. People today, that sounds like a common mistake. Credit for a while. On Wednesday tomorrow, shooting at Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl celebration. One did not hear both from 49ers month and 2003. An election that we count was triggered and when one of the can't received more votes and was mathematically possible. Unplanned investigation was discovered that excess number of votes was exactly a power of 2. Computer experts found the problem was caused by a single events upset, a type of soft air which occurs when a SIM account I don't open up that it's struck by an alpha particles images by uranium and forum which could be found in the environment. This creates an electoral hall parts in the silicone cut causes a bit flip from a 0 to 1. This problem was identified in the 1970s and chip manufacturers became more careful to avoid when acting materials when producing the microchips and packaging. This was based on a YouTube video which was faced by a scientific article point so but pay attention and then I added the thing where I got to come downstairs. Yay. Next we got pregnant 12-year-old dies less than 24 hours after he arrived in North. Sorry I it for Stephanie say that he might have done due to his wife filing for his voice. I filed for a divorce too. Hey Levi in New York City man who made it to snuggling in his pants really was Canadian or crossing the sentence Wednesday to a year probation and fine $5,000. Federal prosecutor said wait tell me the street is not poisonous. Okay so Mr. Wolf let me go straight, he's not poisonous. Snakes in his pants across the border. I've heard of people putting snakes in their hat to get on a plane but not on the border. So this is Ariana Grande. It was in a Big Birthdays Rhode Island hiker killed a rabbit coyote with his bare hands after he was attacked and bitten on the leg Friday and officials believe the same coyote was involved in another attack on a human. The man was hiking in the woods of Johnson, a town about 10 miles west of downtown Providence when the attack occurred. That is so many I want to meet. I guess it impossible to tame a coyote. Okay because if I were me I would have probably tried to be fun. If I already said that we haven't decided tomorrow. Skylar program. Hey Cameron is here now. Concern I'm being eaten by a book. Okay Google like 17 minutes after price on YouTube. I wouldn't answer so I can get a pass quick before the classes change. The respect for each other are children. You know in the white culture your hair they teach their children. Respect your parents with us. Respect your children past away our young generations so that they can carry around of the people. That is the core where I really couldn't stand baby calmer than you need people that had their ways of pretty much governing themselves into clans through their language and so that language is very secret to our people. If it guys off that is the end of the party line because when you're not losing it when you don't know anything about yourself, you don't know anything about your culture. My mother did not speak English. Why they only spoken up with somebody he's very improved. It wouldn't get language. My uncles all my ass never school when there is a bit late but good if we talk to the elders. Casino done yet. Dark cleaning. That is not your language. A lot of anything in the way now baby even for us into your ceremonies to try to keep alive again. That's part of a big part. 1. Juniors and seniors please come to the office at the beginning of 8 hour to pick up your class pictures and all juniors said ACT prep today in the virtual lab. Thanks for a lot of people who come together and learn about people working copper Beaverton techniques. There's a lot of things out there we have lost. Sorry I was trying to put my phone. Aren't someone fired but now what are you doing in your cow world? Is it a candy kill world there? I want today go over that. When we're done with that we're going to last time we did individual and we kind of was the understanding podcast the stressful wheel. I agree no not GW 8.2 or all that kind of stuff and payday loans will put you into crippling death returns. Yes madness. Make sure you get all 5 today. Besides what we're doing today I want to make sure we understand what we're doing the rest of the week. I'm going to be gone Thursday and Friday right so Thursday and Friday I don't want you to think it's a mistake when it posts in Google Classroom. What chapter is this? Anybody know the number and point 9.2 about why chapter on Thursday so people are like okay or 11 o'clock hypothetically if I did the vocab for 9, 10, 11 and 12 could I get extra credit? If I did for all 4 of them okay I will probably waste my time. Okay buy now pay later. That's okay to buy goods. We're in business right? I sell propane. Michael buys it and sells it to the customer right? So what would happen if I come with the whole tanker truck full of propane to fill his tanks up? Okay and maybe business was slow for Michael and I'm not a clue how much that costs. I could probably ask Michael's dad if you have a really good idea how much that costs right? But let's just say $50,000 right? Which is probably realistic. I don't know. Okay a whole tanker truck 50 grand with the propane. The odds of Michael have been $50,000 cash on them or what? Pretty slim. 1 in 50,000. They will get almost instantaneously robbed and stamp some glasses, food and all this stuff and you don't want to get soup dude. Be slow. Even if he had it right, you have to go to the bank. The bank's going to go and $1,000 for that's a lot of money, and you got to go through all these questions, procedures. They might take 2 or 3 days to get money out of the bank, right? When I could have unloaded my tanker truck already, right? If it's based on a credit purchase, right, I can unload my tanker truck and be on my way and make another $50,000 sale. Does that make sense, Frank? So that's kind of purpose of credit to quicken our economy, make sales for the convenience. Okay, so everybody has that first one. Okay, next one, name 2 types of credit. An open-end credit. Remember earlier we already said credit's kind of another name for loan basically, so can anybody give me an example of a closed-end credit? The end date, that's a closed-end credit. You'll understand that probably Naruto. Equity loan, a line of credit. Anybody ever heard that? Sounds like something you know. Why? We have a house, and what else do we? Might have the building. You can't explain it. No, it was the same thing, right? So let's say my house is worth $260,000. I owe $240,000 on it. I owe that much. It's worth $260,000. Do I have any equity in that house? Probably $260,000. What's the difference? I can go to the bank and get a home equity loan for $20,000. Okay, and I can use it for things, for purchases, home improvements, different things like that. It's kind of like a credit card, but it uses your house. The vocabulary term might be worth a snack shack buck. If you get this without looking at your vocabulary, what is something that if you take out a loan from the bank? Security deposits, security deposit, security of love. Haha, I have that amount of money available, so that's one thing that I guess loan officer bank people work with. My wife and I flipped houses before. So you buy a house, fix it up, and then you sell it for more money. The problem with that is capital gains. I don't know if you deal with that yet, if you've heard about capital gains taxes, or basically they tax you through the room if they don't make as much money as you would think you would. But anyways, so my bank knows that if I find a house and I want to buy it, they want to make sure that the money is available. Like today, does the house market right now is it's unstable, but we have to buy it now. Then I would say, well, we already have to find a credit so we can go there and buy it today. If you leave, stop laughing at somebody. What are we doing today? Amplify. What lesson? The lesson. I don't know what happened. Answer the question. Answer the question. Answer the question. I said answer the question. Yes, you will talk. Detective. Yeah, Carson. The amount of test respect that you have for people. Weekend. My question will beat the red his basketball. I just put myself in this for 35 minutes. Only one message. Baby farts and plus yay. Is this working? Yeah. Anyway, what about Emily's menu? You should get. Okay, so honestly though, love you. I don't understand. Like the one dance right now. Don't worry that I have you ever since yesterday that he died on you. Yeah, I want to be in China when they working for us. Loyola is deep eyes. Your phone number. Want to do that anymore? Give me home now. I wasn't there on Tuesday. Yeah, can you stop looking around? Is that always mom? Let's see. Sure. Does that work from farther away? Apparently it's working on the headphones, so it should work with that phone. Overall good for certain situations. Hello. Next, if it's working now. Okay, what about now? Okay, Google if it's working. Okay, and how to set up today. Yeah, are you at home now? You're wondering if you don't like you. Racist. What? I didn't even say anything. I didn't say anything today. It was nothing holy. Did I say that I'm fine with 3 Chris calculator? You okay now? It should be working from farther away except the same but immediate vicinity. Yes, it is. Like immediately forgot what he was going to say. Okay, so now it should be the other thing that so please have a cat have cancer. Just stop it later. Very well, you just get rid of all numbers. 92.93 minus 46 since another after 100 places. Am I play then? Why you're not badass? So if you go around yourself explain it's scary. If this adds up to another digital over here, would that make it 100,000 or go to $1,100,000? Okay, so what else to get some 100,000 in order to become a million more time? That's way more underwhelming. Okay, number 1, what does damn it call him? Yeah, we're going to be working on that, but looks like we've spent $543 anyways, so I just updated as far as what the plan is for our history project that we're doing is I'm still working on getting a trip to the UNU. That is the community center in Potawatomis, and that it's probably not going to happen this week because there's a lot of field trips going on this week other places with the high school, and you guys have the career fair on Wednesday that you're going to. Wait, that's career fair? Nobody told me anything about a clear face to sinus sort of waiver or anything for the I don't know. You'd be surprised, so many deficitors concussion. No Potawatomi place. I'm hoping that maybe that it can be like a 7th and 8th hour type deal, but we'll see you again. Museum anything. You're not even going to use all these sources probably, but it's just about looking for sources, and I want you to find 20 potential sources, and again it's not going to be Bad, now you don't have to read them, just different sources that you could potentially, you wait all of them, but just potential sources that could work. Yes, Stella PBS, how many times have you got here by? So what you're saying is a basically can use a win and website I found on the dark web for the stores that are going to be available to you PBS system. Well, if it doesn't have any of them on, Mr. Wolf, these are what you can use. No, I mean whatever. Well, if it doesn't have any dot at the end, also won't fit the paper document that I find. No, I mean like a little piece of paper that I found on the topic in the middle of nowhere. Okay, can I listen to music so I can use a book but not a piece of paper I found in a chest someone puts like a hundredweight? Cause I'm not mean, the pages are what biased though by something like there has to be some sort of algorithm, otherwise it would be a completely widowed with inappropriate stuff. And does that mean if you change something on, a change is permanently, or does it have another with you pluses for like heavily searched things it needs to be approved? That's not adding an appropriate thing, but they're not reviewing it based on accuracy, they're reviewing it based on like appropriateness. Okay, so what does a somewhat partially kind of pleasure? Okay, what up for you is wake up PDF plus. Also, will it be my best search term for whatever topic I'm just saying? So Potawatomi and 8 up America system ISED here. Old piece of paper that was carbon dated, Mr. Wolf. Okay, and they could not bringing myself. We got into ball trouble though, and so we couldn't press anymore, so we have 6 people followers. Nothing if I did it correctly. All right, now it should be working. All right, yeah, I'm working. Oh, that's OIF. They want to have fun stuff. Okay, there it goes, cause I tried early and I wasn't working. Still way up to set it to the airport for the I wanted. Watching the girls lay on a game while I was in a garage, headphones, but then when it says to the internet anyways, thank you'd. Okay, tell him 17 error somehow of the text. Why only 17? How is that possible? Probably because most of us celebrate. Oh my god, that is small. What is that, small or large? That explains why I can barely handle my amount of tabs. It's going to be like garbage here. We might switch, artificially increase the wham at that point. Levi cookies, do you remember they were talking about bread? It's almost got bread and blood mixed up. That's funny to do a break day on Friday again this week, but it's going to take everyone. Just don't chill. I'm sorry to myself and a chance to catch up on stuff. And so today, and you kind of have like a bonus tip up, because today we're going to listen to chapter 13, which is Old Brown Shoes, and then there's not going to be a question today. Tomorrow, Anderson, and you're going to have a sheet to you tomorrow. When you say that wasn't a thing today, I wouldn't have opening thing. No, I mean earlier when I asked you about everyone, then I just implied what I usually am, very Pacific. Pretty had a good weekend. That's what I had on bench, Dad. I agree. For that person said, well, anyway, hey, that's when I dress in Matthias. Hypothetically, if my thing picks up words from the book, could I get in copyright issues? Are you sure? Like, to what extent words? Also, will this keep it open? Names in Atlanta. I don't actually know what playing pages. Only waiting. I have one of the eye of the back of voice I made on one side, the normal voice we got on the other side, so now I can monitor the other one's podcast while adding stuff to the other one. Yay, still taking quite a while. No, I'm just going to let it lower down class ends and then see what happens. We didn't want to. Mr. will say we were doing in science energy thing. Oh, that's where those went. I was wondering. Keep on the game. Yes, actually, so we didn't visit. Wait, then why is it not turning off when it's barely open? That sucks, sir. I mean, they never say if they're taken temporarily or just kill them. I miss the baby, but then that would be a little too obvious if you have but also known as the bed flame being stolen. Illinois. Yeah, hindsight, that is a lot of potholes. Seriously though, I don't know. Do you remember when Mr. Wilson said the person he's saying all of this so confidently? I don't think he's lying. Me no. And 4 pieces are a quarterback frames. Yeah, quarterback flames. Seriously though, should I make a shop that sells half bed frames? I'll sell it in court. You don't get screws and stuff, you have to do stuff. I don't know if duct tape, but hold it up, but still no, you get duct tape. And 45,000 screws. How many do you think are in the block vault thing that I built? At least 1,500, including the internal screws at the upwards inside of the block. Well, anyways, it's whittled with screws and it only took at least 500 of them to get it stable. Anyways, my point is, but anyways, so do you think that's Louise Motel? 45,000 in the drywall screws to assemble a bed frame, because that's what I use, are tiny ones like that. I'm Tori. Do you remember that? What he said we didn't. If I publish this book, would you grab it out of curiosity if it was for you? No, I mean if you just had no idea and just said it looks like Voice Omega School of Nonsense, would you buy it out of curiosity? Well, then you want it was a free handle. Would you buy? Would you GTO the beautiful rabbit on your way out of the store with that title, Voice Omega Tome of Nonsense? How do you Did you just say they bald monster? Okay, wait, isn't that just Baldy from Baldy's Basics? Oh yeah, in front of a single blockers. And how do you know I didn't just take a picture to the cam? One, have a change, I'll be a few minutes. What kind of journal is right that you were going to sleep in your journal? A shorts whiting plumped, how short? There's a whole day of it. How dare they steal the sink and not cut it into pieces? That stole everything but the kitchen sink won't fight, miss the wall. Do you know the expression still everything but the kitchen sink? Hear this expression on YouTube. This is 10 o'clock when it was installed. So far we've had other things. Okay Google, Mr. Wolf, I have an idea to solve the problem. Let's just not spend money on the energy. No, now if we tap into someone else's powers with forced to believe. No, the competition started. So again, we spent about 593 in energy so far this week. This is going to be Thursday. When we first got it, looks like a lot of energy was being used right away. It's 10 o'clock. Why do you think that would be? Why, it's kind of yeah. So if you for lunch, there's yeah, they're preparing the food. So we're going to see this, and we're going to see another big spike around Friday at the same time. Then not a lot of energy being used over the weekend because we're not in school on the weekends, and then another big spike right around lunchtime again on today. Why not just have it when set up, powering up all the machines at once for lunch? She only power some of at a time, then turn off the machine going on at once. It would be space. Now I'm saying because the person said we should probably use the first because our control not doing anything different, then after that go full throttle. Cause I expressly asked him and they said we should have like a base week so that they can actually tell when we're going down, also because they said it's in a relation to the other weeks and not just some standard that they have. So anyways, want to compare today to Oconomowoc, Tampa. No high school enrollment. I think this is Jester High School, but they have over 1,000 kids in their high school than we have in our. How much supposed from before the challenge? So that's only one of the criteria. Only one of them is a difference, and then is doing other energy tasks. Since the second part of the competition, Mr. Wolf, are we allowed to sabotage the competition? So yeah, just today our monthly is only going to be $5.93 right now because we've only had it for 5 days, 4 days. So based on energy, how much money does installing solar cost? A lot. No, I mean, can you just look that up for a school of our size? How big is our school? So wait, how big is our school? Come back on a large amount of gas. Wait, is it talking about powering limits or taking off that much space on energy costs over 10 years? So if you take the price it would cost to get solar panels, comparing that to how much you would save over 10 years, I could not filled circle guiding questions. Actually, we're not able to do this. We won't be able to do this one until Thursday, until we have a week of data. I just got this. I talked to Gus and he never got to log in, so I emailed the lady and she said that she skipped putting me in the state cloud on her list and she only had Mr. Paul Vicky. So she will work on getting me on the site. And then she just contacted me like 5 minutes ago, and yeah, she's been about the air conditioning units in full blast so we can turn the generators to high power. Okay devices, we should do this one with a smartphone of the username for everything. How much does the laser thing cost? The blue one. These are the questions that you're going to be answering in your notebook. Okay, you need to measure for 6 minutes though. Which device use the most electricity, and can you provide a suggestion to reduce device? What about turning the filled square? Proven himself to be highly proficient at dispatching dangerous anomalies with ease, so it's likely the Foundation fulfills his bloodthirsty requests thanks to that factor. After all, they would hardly be likely to offer up a sacrificial lamb, even a member of D class, to anyone else. Well, say for Dr. Wright's new body quota. Almost take the title of their strongest member of personnel. In fact, Cleft might be tied for the title of strangest with one other researcher who was literally turned into a dog. But what does an average day look like for these so-called ukulele man? Sure, somebody of plus reputation is a violent, unpredictable, and enigmatic figure. Doesn't just punch the clock, the Foundation, and settle for a boring day filing paperwork. Well, if you've ever wondered what his normal schedule might look like, then luckily we prepared to look at a day in the life of Dr. Alto Clef. 6 a.m. rising at an hour most ordinary people would consider absurdly early. Alto Clef seemingly begins his day much like the rest of us. He sits up in bed, gets to his feet and washes himself thoroughly to prepare for the day ahead in order to make the most effective use of this time in the morning. Despite being up at the break of dawn, Cleft likes to complete smaller, trivial tasks in regards to his personal health hygiene, although it does little to Chong. The emphasis on eliminating anomalies instead of containing them or making them safe. Additionally, his schemes almost always end in a large number of deaths by there of disposable decreased personnel or of civilians. On this particular day, Dr. Clef had been Religious curing something, namely, hey friends, who wants to stay with me? Are you an influencer now? Yeah, pretty much. Ad. SCP-451, a former Foundation agent who suffered an accident with an anomalous artifact that made him unable to perceive other people around him. The agent quickly came to the conclusion that he was the last surviving person on the planet and that he was responsible for wiping out the human race. Naturally, Clo's proposed solution to the problem was to simply kill SCP-451. He could still be seen by other Foundation staff, but nobody could interact with them directly, who was as though the artifact had caused a reality warping event focused solely on that one agent, shifting him just outside of reality itself. However, after spending hours, exposure to some like waving up at Man 451. As a result, in a fit of madness, clapping instead killed that researcher. The unsettling aura that follows him. Never let it be said that Dr. Clef doesn't take meticulous care of himself, perhaps even to a neurotic degree, but begin with exercise, usually trying to break his record for number of pull-ups and push-ups. On the precise hour of 12 o'clock, Dr. Alto Clef will stride into the mess hall. There are a number of Foundation researchers will normally be gathered eating lunch and quietly conversing amongst themselves. Popular lunchtime topics of conversation usually tend to revolve around ways the Foundation could try to eliminate SCP-682, or which type of pie is I served. Naturally, as with many things that Dr. Clapp does, his reasons for taking a trip into the mess hall aren't all the same as any normal person's. That is to say, he doesn't go there to eat, or at least in the conventional sense what all took left as every lunchtime would have failed as deliberately and methodically pace his, of which his various monikers have been derived. Ukulele, man, agent, ukulele, even Alto Clef is a nickname the Doctor has always claimed. His real name is an A major chord played on a ukulele, making it unpronounceable to humans. With his preferred instruments in hand, Clef will plod between the tables that eating researchers are sitting at. Each step he takes is punctuated by the strum of a note on his ukulele as he'll play a random song painfully slowly as he strides around. One lunchtime it took him an entire 2 hours to get through a rendition. A meal in the traditional smoke on the water notes by agonizing note, even though it doesn't seem to be a meal in the traditional sense, meaning it offers him no nutritional value. Cleft professes that his midday ritual allows him to feed on the fear of his fellow researchers seeing him. Professors, that his midday ritual allows him to feed on the fear of his fellow researchers seeing him creepily walk around, and PLA actually repeatedly overestimated its ability to explain reality-altering entity. Ying's slow, drawn-out renditions of songs on his ukulele is occasionally something that intimidates the newer person. P.S. He can complete in a short amount of time. If he finds his face is a little puffy first thing in the morning, he'll instead don an ice pack while doing stomach crunches. His record for those 1,000 in a row and counting clerk will then follow this up with showering, using this time under the water to meditate. It seems odd for someone known for his various acts of great violence, but even Alto Clef can take a moment for calm, reflective meditation. Then, while showering, he moves on to the application of a deep pour, with emotion, and is particularly fond of his honey almond body scrub. Then exiting and applying an herb link face mask, which he leaves on for 10 minutes as part of his routine, Dr. Clef engages in his strangest morning activity while standing in front of the mirror in his private quarters. He will just stare at himself. It's certainly an odd action, especially spending such a specific allotment of time doing so, but even more unusual is how he seems to practice smiling whenever photographed. Dr. Also, Class face has always bizarrely replaced with that of a random animal or object. Each time, the animal's face will be sporting a wide, almost abnormal glim, the same expression Cleft practices in the mirror each morning. It is still unknown whether the concealment of his face to photography is an active or passive ability Dr. Kraft possesses. Whether he does it on purpose or can't help it, 8 a.m. breakfast is usually a meal quest, skips instead of cereal, or even a healthy heart. Is it the final vote? But finally know which egg is leftmost, Reese's or Cadbury. Choose love. Tell my child. Every morning. Sustain themselves on more vitamins than any normal human being would take in a week. We do not recommend trying this at home. Being awake so early affords Dr. Clef the luxury of a few moments downtime before the beginning of a long working day of the SCP Foundation. Part of Alto Clef's infamous reputation is he is known to be something of a weapons enthusiast. Culture Club's infamous reputation is he is known to be something of a weapons enthusiast and often acts as a go-to executioner when the Foundation needs an anomaly taken care of. As a result, and as it pertains to his job during Clegg's morning downtime, he familiarizes himself with one of his favorite armament publications. Guns, Guns, and Overlook More Guns, although Healthy acquires these magazines, and indeed, who actually publishes them is unknown. Alternatively, he will request SCP archive files to be delivered to his quarters so we can read up on any anomalies the Foundation has encountered that might have the potential to be weaponized. Of course, this is not something Club would actually attempt unless asked. Everywhere I go I see the Never Be Alone will be in a deep sleep cutting bored. Getting home, here we go. My Ed to put. Speaking of having things delivered to his room, it is normally around this time of the morning that a frightened member of D-Class is sent to knock on Dr. Clapp's door. Now this too seems rather odd. The role of D-Class is to be expendable, usually as human test subjects were placed in dangerous situations so as not to cause the lives of Foundation personnel. Then of course knocking on the door to Alto Quest quarters is potentially a rather dangerous situation. It's hard to know for certain if the D-Class sent to hand-deliver Dr. Clegg's daily itinerary will survive the encounter given his renowned unpredictability. It usually ends up being a 5,050 coin toss. Of course it does beg the question, why doesn't the Foundation just send Club an email to notify him what anomaly he'll be decommissioned? Listening. Right away. Her name is the first truly. Device offer closing the majority of I volunteered to be the one for Chromebook Stella iPhone charger plugins. Remove the cooling system going to Task Manager and make sure that other stuff that's using the most amount of power is removed. Then weight lightning rod underneath the power before you can start. Yeah, but it's extremely unlikely chance lightning forms. Mr. Wolf, can I Google something quick? The one that's gonna really question where is the imposter? Maybe it's me looking for the trickster, the game, and the one and only treats the just kidding. Speaking truth, the only true. I'm only mildly lonely. I like it since the new one, since the other one got deleted. I still think that send me the old video pushed Germany. I didn't not notice that. Is it like the first option? I never noticed that. Seriously, how well this is science. What? Wait, so you're telling me you don't microwave something inside of another microwave? How do you know? Devices, are you sure about that? You do what I said. If I find any sort of weird device in my house, I take it apart and cut the cords because it's copper in your house. Yes, there was one functioning and I still couldn't find the lightning form thing that I was going for. It or something. Pumpkin, I don't think you're ever going to find my cameras. Wait, liquid water or water? Carson, in the water fountain or sink? How stupid are you? So at least I actually have more than one brain cell. Phone energy, I mean, it's surprisingly efficient. What's the hottest? Bowl of lightning is the hottest woman. Fahrenheit, which is about Mr. Waffle House after you actually fall asleep. 10 o'clock or 12 in the night. It's not 12 a.m. Yeah, that makes sense. Hello, just be stupid. Yeah, dumb boy. Then otherwise would be called speed of lightning inside the speed of light. Can you please say that? Mr. Wolf, can you say that again? How far is what is film watching? Oh, film watching. How do they know that? Mr. Wolf, how do they know that information? Mr. Wolf, how do they know that information? Mr. Wolf, how do they know that information? For a long sleeve spent watching this films. Like, do they mean actual normal films? Basketball films? Can I charge my phone? Wait, it's another equivalent to plenty of 500 microwaves inside of a microwave. And turning them all on. I'll be back later. Divisible describes for this molecules at community, not the air conditioner you literally grabbed out of my hand. And find a question. Levi. Find a question. For the record, you still owe me $450 for interference with fortune telling with that letter, and pay ahead of time. Back again to say because I feel my phone at home and I need to make sure I catalog them. Hold on. 119. Wow, what is red lightning? Remember, wait, can you catch up a Pokeball? Wait, Mike, wait, where's my kid? If wet lightning is where, does that mean you can catch in a master Pokeball? Exactly, that's the point. I'm going to make you lose as many brain cells as possible. The course of stars. Black holes are grocery carts. The wallets are debit cards. Half slabs are vertical slabs. Quarter bed flames are sold everywhere. I'm still as much as correct. Your computer is a squid. Do you? They use expensive equipment and estimates to fill out the rough temperature of the star in any given stage using UPS observation and telescopes and other actual tools, for example satellites that could be sent off with them temperatures, as well as using ballpark estimates to get the most accurate since possible temperatures. I was just going to disintegrate the ice. Exactly, that's the point I'm making. You question everything up and down. Left his cucumber pickles or squids below. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Oh, what's true about the day that you die? True about your future? True about the astral plane of reality? True about the cosmic insignificance that everything you do will wear off after 500 years and no one will remember you? When I'm trying to make a question reality, do I make you go and say yes, which is up or down? Now I'm asking you very nicely, no dumb stuff, but it's legit. Okay, so Flower, how was your day going? Do you have any work to do? What kind? Any science work? Social studies? Well, I said a test. I can help you with that for you then. I don't know. I'm going to go in science and check with it when she is inside the class right now. Why don't you say that I could have helped her for science? Have a nice life. Do you play Minecraft? Oh, you play Block Bones? It sounds like it's a battle royale. Exactly. I've been trying to fool you. It is exactly, but if I'm trying to get you a question reality question, whether your cat is a mailbox or Chromebook is a squid or which way is up or it exactly. Nice. Tell me lies. Who's been telling all these? But it's not in any element. Electricity. When the emperor ordered a brand new electric chair and realized I couldn't put it in, the world's first batteries may have been Roman. Through setup, all the world's seas get stolen. League. Gallbladder. Well, JT said challenge. I'm here to answer it. You want facts, boy. Well, you asked for it. I'm gonna give you some trivia, master. Right. And put the facts on blast till. Class. This means it's the truth. I know party trick and bring it back to the web looking car, and it's to get your notebooks out. You can quote, Frank is not trivial pursuit. A range of views their goal, but in the winter change of rooms, there are. Filled circle more tracks in Team Fortress 2 than there are real thoughts in the whole EU. 1 out of 56 years to complete. About the tunnel was built for us, but since the 90s all crime has been in use constantly as saying look, the game show on TV, the sound of a Honda for indies. No one really knows the etymology of Boulder, Dash, Escobar, thousands of rubber bands just to roll the cash. In the 50s, according to our audience, there's a good chance at the laugh at all. There's no let it be till they get up to a billion. An ice cream taster had attending children million. That's 9,909,960 million. We make 7 billion zips. And I on a diet of pink. Tommy Cooper died live in the middle of the quip. My granddad once taught him out of all the ship J. The only lesson that is not in any element of what power Wood Harrison was president. He never touched the switches. He was scared of the relevant. Thomas Edison killed an elephant. Has no electricity. When the emperor ordered a brand new electric chair and realized it couldn't, the world's first batteries may have been Roman. 3% of all the world cheese get stolen. Spread their phone but want to get trapped in the big dissolver. Strawberries. Applies to sleep through and through a space flight. Another day, another drama. Drama. But not for me. Not for me. All I think about is comma and then the world. Maybe I got my picture. All yours. 0.18 years old. But. And remember. Maybe. Yours. Kill all, get yours. Like 1/4 I got harder and then. Time. The check. What you will do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you just made me. Nobody and nobody. Trust me. Nobody and nobody. Trust me or baby, I just worry about you. Free is a dangerous enemy to the foundation that could be what he wants them to think even if it's not true. After all, Altoke is a notorious liar. His entire persona could be the ultimate lie. 10 p.m. after another day of murder and mayhem, mostly of his own doing. Dr. Alto Clef. After disposing of the evidence of his lead. After another day of murder and mayhem, mostly of his own doing, Dr. Alto Clef returns to his quarters long after the working day is officially over. After disposing of the evidence of his latest decommissioning, he makes his way back to the room he started the day in and will start the next one in 2. But if you think that club just gets into pajamas, lots in bed and has a full 8 hours of sleep like a normal person, then you'd be way off. Firstly on his way back to his room, but we'll once again have his ukulele with him strumming sinisterly away at the string. So everyone knows as they try to sleep in their own quarters that he's still awake. What's worse is at this time of night also, potentially. Here, keeping the other researchers up until he finally makes it back to his own quarters. You might think he would have the sense to stop there, but he doesn't, still discordingly and tunelessly funking up the strings, usually until someone dares to gather up the bravery to complain about the noise. All of it is to add fuel to the fire of his reputation. His image is an unhinged, unreasonable and untrustworthy force. His behavior is also carefully curated and performed with the intention to make the rest of the Foundation believe there is something off about him and why, while they're so focused on the strange things they can see and hear Dr. Bluff doing it provides a smoke inside and sees what calm, as if signs of fight or flight were and was well until they tried to take her. Came alive, she hung. Believe there is something off about him and why. Well, they're so focused on the strange things they can see and hear Dr. Clef doing. It provides a smokescreen that covers up his true goals called the dark and twisted things he is truly capable of, and if killing anomalies and personalities is covered. One can only imagine. Might be worse. Much in the same vein, even him retreating to his quarters at the end of the day is designed to get him ahead of the rest of the same thing, even in retreating to his quarters at the end of the day, is designed to get him ahead of the rest of the Foundation. Maybe because Cliff really is the devil or a reality warping SCP. Or perhaps he just enjoys messing with people, making them think he's going to sleep. Not one of them knows that he's actually laying in bed, eyes fixed, open as wide as possible with his face locked in that signature grand. Now go and check out Dr. Clef, SCP Foundation researcher and a day in the life of SCP-049. What did you mean when you said you were sorry? I think it all correct in my guitar that you don't think you do. .1200. Please, no need to make anything right. We don't need to fight. You just was fairly routine. I'm on to you, Clef, the researcher said nervously. They were the latest in a long line of Foundation staff to confront Dr. Clef about his supposed true nature. Behavior. There were rampant rumors that there was more to him than it first seemed. Come on then, kid, he says. Global Occult Coalition. Before he defected to the Foundation, the researcher declared, summoning up more courage. Even if it wasn't Assad. You wrote their handbook on reality benders, but nobody in the world could have that much knowledge about anomalies like that, unless they were also who's spooky. Dr. Clapton's inching closer with this ukulele in one hand. The Foundation literally let you get away with murdering people. Your face can't be photographed without changing the image into grinning animals. You go on, you can do it, but Burgess, you're annoyed and SCP, you've broken out of containment and you're warping reality to avoid detection. You're annoying and ACP, you've broken out of containment and you're warping reality to avoid detection. The researcher blurts out, adding, you're the research reports out, adding, you're the devil. Oh, I'm disappointed. Who have turtles finding this theory amusing? You almost stuck the landing wide. Throw in something so unoriginal. Let me ask you, do you want to say think? You're the first, the only one in the Foundation to, connect all the dots and figure out the truth. You aren't. If I was an anomaly or the devil, aren't I being a little too obvious about it? With a chunk of a ukulele against the researcher's head, Cleft gets one more. Right here. Sing our song. But now with me. Burning. How are you? Search for. And if you wanna catch the guy, it's containing the one with the shadow. Collision. United. Put it on YouTube. Around the world. Now I'm done being mad. They broke. I was giving him the tailors and heck of an interesting year, but there's a long line of people with a story like mine. Filled circle. This should be interesting. So I recently. Okay, this is what I'm gonna forward from now, right? You for us to see how dumb making nuclear after my parents' garage. Like he must be joking. Today I'm going to make a nuclear react. He's jerking in my parents' garage and he's still joking. I just bought it on eBay. How is it legal? Stuck in the abandoned military lab. How is this guy still alive? I didn't like being told what to do, so I also stole some cesium from Russia. Why this? It would be catastrophic. It just ends. Can I just try something else? Oh, this. Okay, I can actually focus. Totally didn't do this in my backyard. That works pretty well. But the coolest part is when I slowed it down, it kind of looked like a mini nuclear explosion. And that's what gave me the idea to make a nuclear bomb in my parents' garage. Okay, this guy has a problem. Step 1, this should not be tutorial. Crush the uranium rocks in a mortar and have step 2. This wasn't working, so I asked Mark Rover to come help. Step 3, you gotta start off by using the gas centrifuge enrichment by UF6. What the final withdrawal point was easy. EUF6 was enriched to the desired amount. Step 7. Now this is the fun part. We need some yellow cake and I gotta say it tasted very high quality. Step 8, Mark Rover designed the new. I'll share the link in the description. Anyway, we started. Today I'm extracting more happening from my dropped my glasses and ask it again. Which pair is it? I can't see. So unfortunate. Oh my god, something is wrong. I think I might be bad at chemistry. I don't know my caffeine. Any why, after boiling the solution down, turned into a nice white powder. The final yield 342 grams. Are you joking? Pathetic. That's not the 1 kilogram yield of caffeine I was hoping for. I mean life hacks to be better at chemistry and get my caffeine yield to 1 kilogram. Warning in his question class with an EGA video, it is for entertainment and educational. Completely fine. By the way, this is because I had this fire extinguisher. I wasn't fireworks gonna help you from acid. Bunch of balloons. These can easily store my chemical with a predetermined amount of liquid already measured out for me because they contain around 200 milliliters each. Remember to label your chemicals. Now I can easily add liquids without measuring it out every time. It's a huge time saver. Also, this makes for a very colorful lap. Here I got ethanol, methanol, HCl acetone. Forgot mystery danger and legally cannot say. I just need sulfuric acid and hydrogen peroxide, and then oh no, this is really the balloons floated away. After that my glass and then the hydrogen peroxide. See, that was so fun to clean. Flowing balloons, that glass. Right back, by extracting the caffeine from coffee again, you should be familiar with this procedure. I'd give more methane and methanol to the ground. Tasty, pure caffeine powder. Now add some extra methanol to give me my spontaneously combusting fire which keeps it warm. Also don't forget to add in sodium carbonate. Also remember to stir the solution. Now my hand is very warm by hand. Can now help warm the solution to remember to filter into 4-ply toilet paper for that extra smooth. Oh no, my fire. It happened again, Lisa. Now for the next step. Most people don't know this, but if you leave the valve open on happening, the organic layer is being Thanos snapped out of existence. It's either that or I still have my Jesus privileges. Now we just have our pure clear product, or look down with a blowtorch until you're left with the nice white caffeine powder. Now weigh how much we got. I'm hoping for 100% yield from this method, but I'm happy with 99.8 -4 grams. That can't be right. Maybe I weighted wrong. Oh good, it's a higher number. Weight over, it's minus 483 g better white. I am so curious. I can't believe my life hacks failed me. I can't come up with something better. Why is he adding fire into a window? Happy with my life, but world without tapping is a world without love, hope and dreams. As Albert Einstein once said to me, everybody can extract happy, but if you judge a fish by facility. I think that was the last thing I'll do. This is my destiny. My grandson only have an extraction. So anyway, here's my deal. $999. Quick interruption. This is my real voice. I've been using an AI voice now. Ready. Thank you all for 100,000 subscribers. But anyway, I have another life hash inside this case. There's something so powerful. And who will briefcase? Let's go to a more secure location. Let me show you what's inside, and yep, I have Rick Sanchez portal gun. I'm going to use this to get better glassware. There we go. And we just walked through. This is the smartest heist in history no one will ever see or know visiting. I was just going to ask if I could borrow your black. What? Wait, where the heck am I? This isn't the last. What? Hey, I think I'm locked up in a garden shed. Luckily, I always keep chemicals on me for these common occurrences. First is sulfuric acid. Dex file is my type. Wait, silly me. This is my uranium. I should put that back so I don't need it. Now here is my hydrogen peroxide. All I have. What is he? Because chemicals and its soft and glass jars, or maybe plastic glass. God, that was so easy. Now I gotta get out of here. Oh man, I'm still in his house and I gotta get out of here fast. Typical explosions and fire and kidnap me that easily. I will run like the Flash. I'm sorry I didn't. I was going to take 50% of your chemicals and you wouldn't notice. Oh my, I'm so tired. I need a breather. This is exhausting. Escape that was so easy. Security guard. Oh no. Stop tackling me. Hello, welcome back to another episode of Explosions and Fire. I made videos on this channel now. Lol, chemistry is so fun. I love this. Subscribe to 73. Fresh. This is gonna be expensive. All these things. Maybe for extracting the calcium from my bones and turning it into. Why is there nothing in here? Santa with them. It's our gun. Lol. You're so mean to me. I'm going to give my Christmas tree off a cliff. This is the worst Christmas ever. Have fun putting presents under that now, Santa. So it's Christmas 2020. I got this funky looking present sent from Santa screen. Lincoln said. Power of my hand. Oh no, my present. Come back. I want to open you. I'm sorry for slapping you with my unlimited power. I really want to see what's inside of you. Please, Nanny. Can't see. Oh my god, it's gonna die. Thank you. You're the best Santa, being real cheeky. This year, I wonder what's actually inside. Any meaning mining mode determine right side, he picked. The website is not smashing up the concrete brick to open it. What we have here and some of its class tonight with TNT tied to it. Oh god, I opened the wrong side quick. I'll use my little time. Everything's over. The Christmas tree is now on fire. What do I do now? Is on fire again. Why does this always happen to me? It singes my eyeballs. This is so annoying. Don't worry, I can still revive. This Christmas he turns the carbon from the Christmas tree into diamonds with his hand. Just compress these hard enough together in my hand. This took years of practice. You get a diamond. Yep, science is cool, right? I need such a beautiful diamond. I wonder what I'll get next Christmas. It's Christmas 2020. Check out my opening. Yep, science is cool, right? I need such a beautiful diamond. I wonder what I'll get next Christmas. It's Christmas 2021 and I'm happy because I've been asked for anything potentially lethal that might try to kill me. Although I'm starting to think these aren't from Santa. But anyway, check out my opening. Oh wow, one slice and it opens everything. Hope it's better than that. One time I asked for sodium cyanide for gold recovery but received it as a pill. Solve it. Love from Santa. Well, this is interesting. What am I solving exactly? Wait a second. It's you, Mayor. The thing. That's worse than yellow chemistry. I'm going to need extra protection. Going to give it my all. Wish me luck, guys. I'm a god. This is depressing. I got a better idea. Submerge it in a solution. Why? Acid has been extra hungry recently. This will eat through like it's nothing. I can't believe this. I need more power. There's no way math can be a microwave. Let's try 99 minutes and 99 seconds. I bet it's charcoal by now. Oh my god, the math beats the microwaves. I need even more power. What I'm about to do is very dangerous and is for educational and entertainment purposes, so don't repeat after me. You can see all the deadly, fun toys inside. Before touching anything, I shorted out the overpowered defibrillator, the screwdriver in case it's holding a charge. Now I can take out the metal brick. This is the 2000 gold Rico wire and this is the AC input. Just have to hook everything together correctly and I now have the almighty power of cheese in my head. Chemistry and physics will always be more likable in the real world. That you gonna give you the password or do you want more? Surely you will give him now. Are you kidding me? How are you so strong? Just a little modification. Deluxe survived electricity torture. Coiled around will give me the lock.an hour pumping. The round will give me hundreds of amps of power. Just got a connector up and nothing can stand in the way. Now let's test this on a steel mail. I'd love to hear the agonizing scream of hundreds of amps pumping through this piece of metal. Muahaha, I am amazing. This is genius. Good luck surviving this map. This is going to hit you so hard. I want to see you burn like the sun burning. Flag. Well, I guess that works too. It burned the wope instead of throwing the lock. God-forsaken gibberish after all this effort. Karate chops. There better be something worth karate chops for a boy. It's all brick. Hold on. There is a piece of paper. It says 123. Should. This better not be what I think it is. You know it can be. There's no it's best for law. Point 1 minus 2 and 3. I have been playing. I'm so angry. It's locked with hammer. And kills it. One of my videos. Then next video I think I might accidentally start tripping on some active. It's your boy now, green again. I'm angry because I can't instantly turn water into water. Useless, message glass of sledgehammer. And now I have to wait all week. Stupid, smash that of such hammer. Again, from my granddad's ashes and saturated with oxygen, using hydrogen peroxide to speed up the production of ethanol and more ashes. But my immediately dies. Come on, can I just get some instant wine around here? I'm sorry, Granddad. I'm sure you would have made some great wine. He believes the wine in a hole with sad music. I'll just become Jesus. Dear Father of Heaven, turn me into Jesus. I guess I have long hair now. Oh now. Dear, I guess I have long hair now. Oh now my beautiful Jesus hair. It singes my eyeball. Anyway, I wonder if I can now turn water into wine. Oh my, these molecules are tight. This is hard. Oh man, my potential wine left me. So after reading the Bible, I think I know how this works. I have to do it with finesse, Gail. I need wine. Oh my god, it's reload this customer. I want a better massage of dynamite and wine goes onto the wall. Maybe if I crossword puzzle the Bible, this secret methods can make. It's in the Bible, so I can't complain with that. But now I just have to take out my weekly board. Gee hey, and why there, just mix it around and oh look, it must be good. Let me take a sip, in this case like Ryoka when we get baby. That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Why does everything I do have? Package thieves are my worst enemy. They steal all my packages. Problem is, I don't know how to make better high-class explosives. So last week I tweeted my home address, and these people, all claiming to be my neighbor, showed up at my house. It's hard to see, but someone here was secretly a porch pirate. This man gave away his position when he and Craftsman even stole my big package. That's right, you just wanna he won past the feast. Check in there. Why does it say no? Because it isn't a bomb. Will you hurry up? What am I supposed to do with this? With the following, your house over there, bin explodes within the 2-house radio. Oh god, oh man. My neighbors are better packaged things than I thought, but I have a solution here. 343 I wasn't there to kick their asterisk and arrest them. It's number 4. Hi, I wanna buy now. Green, it's your boy now. Green, please help out with. Yeah, and I will win. Boy, Mark Robot here. And I just remark Robot. I've always found chemistry very difficult. It's not because I'm back, it's because now Green wasn't in my basement earlier. Can someone tell me what day it is? He's really good at chemistry and will be a huge help in making the nuclear bomb for this year. The first attempt spontaneously combusted without reason, the second attempt he composed it just disappears. And the third attempt, they found the formula for the highest class of explosive. Even the military failed to make this. The reason it's so difficult to make is because you need now. Green is Senate, professionally crafted skills, and precise as you spend something on fire for something to appease Mrs. Grabs into wolf and spins it around. Lakes part of it. Spinning around on a table when mixing chemicals. It makes you wonder, how does he do it when's table? By literally flipping it upside down. I have the final yield of explosives, and now we're proud to present Glitter Bomb 5.0. It's just a glitter bomb, but without the glitter. Is this man over here to steal a package from my porch? Now we're giving him a package containing the world's best surprise, an X+1 point towards being best uncle. It's 2023, and for the new year of glitter bombs, now Green has been working really hard. Can someone tell me what year it is? And it has 2024. You know, it's just a nuke in a box. I don't know how you actually did it. He won't tell me, and I'm really scared of him now. I don't want a radioactive on my porch, so I accidentally shipped it to the wrong address, and I was right. They are package thieves. They stole my package and took it inside. I hope you all enjoyed the beautiful carnage of science and engineering creating a sun in this peace house. Yep, that's nuke away. It's now 2024, and you won't believe what we did for Glitter Bomb 7.0. It's just a bigger nuke in a box. We got a few negative comments on our last video. I'm actually this was very rude. You sent my eyeballs. My backyard has nuclear fallout long. Apparently the blast affected some people who are not actually packaged, so now we're gonna advised us to drive to a more remote town to test it. There was also a really cool train in the distance, so thought we'd get a closer look at it. And the question to the train: explosions, Twain car doing backflips. Help me with the train. It was me. Can you order mix and match from Domino's? You can get more than just your favorite pizza, you can get specialty chicken savory pasta. My face, and you know the revenge plan. This is his most recent upload. It's your boy now, Green, and I just accidentally beat Mark Roberts' elephant toothpaste record, whining under his desk. I want to kill you. I need to get my record back and be the king of YouTube again. He took away my world record, so I'm gonna take back what's rightfully mine. Maybe I can do what he did, but figure step 1, find yourself a small container to hold the chemicals. Okay, that's pretty big. Step 2, this wasn't big enough, so I found a bigger container. Wait, what about the people? H2O, think on it too, who knows H2O too? Hydrogen peroxide. It's a really strong and dangerous oxidizer that I used to make piranha solution and dissolve my leaners in acid. I will never run out of this again because I now store all my 55% hydrogen peroxide here. 5% anything could be a container. Forced into a pool. Curious what would happen if I took a dip. I take my safety seriously though. So I put on my lab coat before. How is the lab go gonna protect you against acid? Find out later. The boy now green here. What's up? You missed a step. You should have jumped in the pool and taken a nap. I would not have survived the toxic gases and chemicals. I'm watching your video right now. Step 4. I'm about to show you how I accidentally broke Mark Rover's record. This doesn't seem like a mistake. Well, it all depends on what you call a mistake. Let's see how long I can hold my breath. I don't understand the point of this. How did you beat my record? You could just skip it by 40 minutes. Oh my, I accidentally had this container filled with potassium iodide laying around connected to this rope that someone pulled all into my hydrogen peroxide and the entire building exploded. This is because I know what to do. Neuroscience bomb. How many bullets do you have in? What's your price? Ever since now we're in escape, he's been getting his revenge on me. Sometimes it's a person, other times he uploads pranks on this channel that are against me. He's teamed up with the package being used to spy on me in my packages. So if I'm going to destroy his record once and for all, I need to keep this project a secret. My plan is to use a dam to separate the two reactants. Then we explode the dam and they both mix to create the world's largest elephant toothpaste. I know how to get my record back. I have now invented what I like to call health toothpaste. Just a little bit of redacted and a little bit of censorship and you get this. I just died to subscribe to weather wet 0.5 trillion liters of these reactants and put it all in this daemon. Borrowing. Now green is situated very close to the dam, so when we set off the reaction, you'll be buried neck deep into the fall. So we'll get both our record and revenge back at the same time. They'll never know what hit him. And after 4 months of planning, we're ready for the countdown 321. Beach. Music while the entire city gets flooded with purple water and elephant toothpaste. And Mr. and Mrs. Green is unaffected somehow. Goes on for like 45 seconds. Beautiful. Just a little off, sorry about that. Turns out my calculations were just a little off. Sorry about that. Next time I'll try. There won't be a next time. Oh, my elephant toothpaste. Launcher 1.0. Good thing I invented the elephant toothpaste launcher 2.0. Wait, but if that's the 2.0 and mine is the 1.0, how did you know I was making this? You cheater. I'm telling God you can't package pirate thief. He is somehow climbing a ladder to happen to tell God. White lacquer protects me from spills and splashes, but doesn't sound as cool in a fight anyway. Take this is pathetic. I'm protect me from spills and splashes that doesn't sound as cool. But I'm warning you I will bite your finger offline. Take this. He catches it with his hand. Elephant toothpaste made for revenge. Then we can fight for real. I've triangulated his location using Geiger counters as the intense amount of radiation emanating from his lap can be detected all across Canada now. Wait, were you talking about eye extinguishers? Wait, an LINKIN, it's a danger public health exactly. Money, give me money, that's wait, isn't there West Canada and everybody there wears cop hats and eats grandfather clocks for breakfast and drinks 12,000 cups of tea every day. Just got a break in. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. There's so many chemicals I gotta try. Let's see what happens. This random liquid. What do? I just found this. Maybe. Oh no, Among Us. Pointing to the walls and the exit is right. Oh no, this is bad. This dog just appeared and I think it ate the exit sign. I needed a lab assistant anyway. At least I just found what I need to make my evil elephant toothpaste hydrochloric acid while Green is developing his evil toothpaste extra range. There is nothing that can stand in the way. I honestly have no idea where that way. So to make it super evil elephant toothpaste, first I add a few milliliters of hydrochloric acid with hydrogen peroxide and detergent, then at the catalyst, some cum and a nice toxic purple cloud forms. This is because the iodide ions react with the acid to form the purple elemental iodine fumes. I did this test again with less hydrochloric acid and a higher concentration of catalysts, and the reaction produced a lot more foam. Still with an aggressive toxic purple cloud. So don't repeat this extra. We're also looking super evil now. Time to get back at Mark. Hope you're prepared for layoffs and Two-Face Launcher 3.0. Yes, I am all right, so you're saying that not even the devil. What kind of contract from me? Why, you know what are you contracts? Like you can't, there's no Google Assistant subvert the soul contract or something. I don't know, because it's I do it somehow. I mean, we'll listen to my place of what you're saying is true. Does that make it screw anyone over? If the contract was actually sold by then, okay, that sounds like music to my ears. The one person the devil would never make a deal with me, because knowing of them to make some sort of weird condition where I get way more than what he's trying to give me or something exactly means Alabama Lincoln. We have more questions. What, we have more questions? Okay, sure, it's just you. Alloy, what is a steel hour? Actually, it compounds you out. A lie with nanofiber in bed. Asked me a bunch of weird questions. Headlight and just read it over the next couple years. Oh yeah, Valentine be your best option. Knowing the devil, if he had no Bad Bunny he would just okay, and then he would be instantly screwed over. From now waiting the fun twins in. That's not very fair. I hope you're prepared for me, although on second thought I hope you're prepared for me. Although on second thought I think I've gone too far. Fire, fire, fire faster like Newell and defeated the I'm dying again that smash the like button to resurrect. Mark, are you okay? I only wanted. Testing. Fire. 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 Smash the like button to resurrect. Mark. Are you okay? Like. Save training. Well, I only think you with a train because you bought me for slavery and locked me in your basement for 4 years to illegally manufacture military weaponry for your YouTube videos. While you wanna help me out, I have a sitting to rebuild. Sure. Oh no. Why are you not? This rock contains asbestos and it is really dangerous. Let me demonstrate. Sparking in my hands because it's above microwave. By cutting top it makes a really cool sound as they wave it around and makes things interesting. Sparks on the seating surface. The reason I can do this safely is because the metal glove box most of the microwave. I experimented with this concept a few years ago when I covered my friend in metal foil and it surprisingly survived the microwave. I now want to try something I've seen in all red video where plasma in a microwave is captured in the baker. I think this would be really interesting if I could hold this in my hand. I have tried putting my hand in the microwave several years ago when I was more unhinged, but I don't like how sketchy this looked, and so for this experiment I figured it would be cleaner and safer to just cut a microwave in half, and at first I put a stick in the microwave. This isn't electricity that can shock you, as it's just ionized and folic acids absorbing the microwave energy. After several attempts I was actually able to get plasma to stay in the beaker. It looks really bizarre and slow motion to see the plasma pulsating in my hand. If you want to learn more about how this works, 700, they have to watch all the people around and have fun, so I thought I'd give them some of their own entertainment to enjoy. It is for something in the water that explodes. Because these containers distributed another way drugs, I need to separate the card. Sorry, why don't you? Fresh daily. Today I'm teaching you how to cook what I make best. Yo, Mr. White, hold up a sack, Jesse. Not now. I'm trying to teach the students. You know, it almost looks like you're about to show the internet how to make our secret products. Of course, not just regular crystal. I gotta drop some mad crystal cooking science, and I've got the track to spice it up with some. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you're saying. We're here to educate in a responsible manner to our students how to become professional drug lords. I mean cooks. And what do you mean by lit, General Z? By chill, Mr. White. Let me hit you up with some relatable tunes while we whip up those crystals. Fam. Safety is most important. Conclusion. Thank you, Mike. Uranium 245. Embedded inside of a cucumber. Discovering an Easter egg is your favorite game. Could be a thrilling experience with SWAP 3 uses this typologically mess with you now as a SWAT team. You're meant to clear out every single room. Is that even includes the creepy secret under the stairs? I absolutely hate spiders and video games, so if this happened to me I would have quit instantly, although I didn't. Teacher you'd never want to find is in Black Ops 4. Zombies. Noah J. Shaw told him how to find it and he owned every step carefully, but I guess there's some Easter eggs you should leave untouched. There's a ridiculous secret that punishes you for being a jerk if you shoot at those seagulls for fun. Not only Psycho, but the game. Make sure you know it. You're labeled as a monster, and even your girlfriend calls to break up with you. And unless you apologize to her, you're literally not allowed to save the game. forcing you to quit. Just stop with this, but you can't escape the most terrifying secret in years. There isn't any horror game called Psycho no Zatoko where you must survive the wrath of a killer. Usually you have no idea where she's gonna appear until you go to the bathroom and look in the mirror, revealing that she's been behind you every waking moment. And if this next secret happened to me, I would never. You look at Amari again. One of the hardest collectibles in the game are roses, and it counts exactly how many you picked up. You can actually reach 1 million roses, and it takes a ridiculous amount of size. If you're wondering, the world record for doing this is 19 hours and 25 minutes, so imagine the average time to do it. It could take literally weeks for all of this effort the king of the cosmos appears into. Collecting 1 million flowers. Boy, that's it. Come on. I immediately quit and move on to another game, maybe something like Doki Doki Literature Club. At the start, you can name your character and some people write their username or make up a new one entirely, but if they lie about their identities, they'll be caught off guard by a shocking secret. Near the end, Monica scans your PC and uses it to find out your real name. Another thing you'll be afraid of is Skyrim Pit Boss Battle. You could only find this guy if you obtain a stole from a cave, take it to the castle ruins, and then place it on the throne. Now you're selling cars. Tag, a ghost giant who's one of the most difficult secret bosses in gaming history. Up there, but some Easter eggs literally force you to quit. Break through this hole in Goat Simulator and you'll be left in the game server room. Now, considering you're a goat, there's really only one option here, and that's to break everything. But be warned, destroying the servers literally crashes the game, was able to trick millions. At any point the game you can receive a call from him, but there's a moment when he appears on screen and, can't you turn off the console right now? Keep sounds pretty serious, which led to people panicking and actually turning off their system. Somehow, the Stanley Parable goes even further. It makes you leave and never come back. The developers at an achievement called Go Outside and you can only get this if you will get a life. It actually tracks your play time and if you go 5 years without opening the game, you'll get the achievement and the best part of the next general update out of the trophy called Super Go Outside that you can only get after quitting. Although players with the Watson-Scott test for a more sinister reason. Now, this was a simple indie game that came out in 2018, but it immediately went viral because of how invasive it was. The test would ask questions and implied someone was inside your house and that you left your door unlocked. And the breaking point for most people like Corey Kenshin was when the game asked this: okay, maybe you just hate word games in general, and if so, why are you playing Amnesia? Anyone can start up a new save, watch the first cutscene and realize stay this game. Just too much for me, only for a secret achievement to pop up when you quit saying exactly what we were all thinking. No, it was a craziest humiliate. I'm serious if you visit this locked building and death loop and listen through the door, so when appropriate that any player would rush to turn off the console. In fact, most you guys probably just ran to mute this video, and if that's the case, you can unmute now. But one of my favorite Easter eggs of all time is hiding in Just Cause 2. You could just be minding your own business flying over this secret island until your plane starts to malfunction. Just like the show Lost, you're stranded here until you can find a way to escape, and there is seemingly no one. The game so far traps to being good at stealth. This is nothing compared to Mantis's true power. Back in the 90s this was unheard of and creeped out everybody, causing some to quit the game forever. But even if you wanted to quit Shrek, this is Nova, who's canonically a serial killer, and this appears as enough to make any kids screaming quit out of fear. But some Easter eggs are straight up trolls. Though Saints Row 4 is all about making fun of the players, so when you find this frozen door, you can lick the candy cane to unlock it. The only problem is it takes forever. As you progress along the game, send you some motivating messages until they begin to insult you. You should give up. This is going to take a while. Don't you have other things to do? Well, I guess not, because when you lick the cat away, the final blow is delivered. It's locked. I have a fake person 12 quarters. You talk to Chloe in the main menu, and most things she says are totally harmless. Well, that's unless you're lucky enough to hear the bad news. Corrected. Just kidding you, I love Assassin's Creed 2, but its secret item is infuriating. Finding all the feathers around the map is already difficult. And never been smoking in school play? Then do you like lemon? Yes. Specifically on your car? Yes. What do you not casually won over a lemonade stand and then they yell at them for taking limits on your card and the other money? Oh, so that's not a normal thing to do exactly. Boys win the night, they boys win tonight. I have a joke for you. Did you know that wait, then I have a joke for you. Did you know that 99% of people who believe oxygen die eventually? 7 Probably club exactly. Wait a minute, play them, otherwise I wanted to send it, I know it sure. Okay, she's slow. Go ask you how's your day. Was going to someone to do that. Thickness chicken Alfredo sauce. Okay, so this is yesterday and this is today. Well, what do we notice about Jessica, Spike and more? Why do you think it's lower today? Technically we could just attempt to control the weather so it continues to be hot outside. I meant with arcane ritual 480 or 425, and over the last 3 days we have spent weekend the last 2.5 seconds. So wait, turn the lights off and to see how much it was done. Mr. Wolf, that reminds me, if they never did tell me the proper people that I have to go for in order to start on screen light bulbs, so it does divert the power. You said so. There's something that just happened in the school that resulted in a big jump in energy. I'm Mr. Wolf. How might it's me? You never did say what person. I'd have to ask someone to start doing the light experiment. Remember what I was going to experiments with moving different light bulbs. You never did say which person. I had to ask you to do that. Okay, I'll ask him in study hall. That's for the election year. When will be the first one I try it on? That experimental kind that I developed at least now, if don't notifying someone first. Well, more like experimenting on them. Wyatt, when they're going to be consequences, so we're going to be wanting Daniel walk throughout the halls throughout the high schooling and the elementary wing, and we are building. You can bring your notebooks if you want, and you're writing down observations that you see. With as far as energy and something goes, how are we supposed to observe that? I think this is something that can be used. So wait, Leafy, were there any yet? Why did it have to be sunlight? What does that even mean? No, you are definitely with the Patriots, the third place in town. Gas station. You won't to the left where it looks like there's nothing. Do you think I'm going to charge them at school? How do you know they are a championship? What about Mr. Gus? I have a question regarding to why it's so some of these ones are overleaded. Most of the light bulbs, you just unplug them. The partisan go to that one anymore. Could I do experiments with a group of people to see the minimum number of lights for maximum life? 1020 to him to be accurately lit for the purpose of the wheel. Like for each room we have a group of people and we think about what the most used for and then take out as many lights as possible. Illumination for whatever it's supposed to be done in that room. For example, in science we could take out a couple of light bulbs. We have to have a group of people to test to make sure that's doing a flight for them to do it in. Also, alcoholic in the hallways are too dark. You come see him alive for each room for the teacher, so if there's no other kids in there they can use less electricity for one person. No, I mean a thing where you're required to turn off the other lights and it shouldn't have one lamp on it. Also, for the kitchen, can we have it where you can't win all the appliances on at once? Well, or like I said, have it with some classrooms have a thing for where they don't have to have all the lights on for just one person. Their game of words with the most sweet 68. That was a good idea. Oh well, what time? No, if I in fact for all I care you could die in a hole for closing all my tabs repeatedly. Hey, you guys are going to look through your observations and look at your observations in which more energy was being used and probably should have been, and you are going to come up with 2 goals each in your notebook, so write down goals that you might have tomorrow. Take a while. Mr. Wolf, I have an idea. I'm Mr. Wolf. I have an idea. Wolf, we hooked up each individual light in the hallway to a Mr. Wolf. Mr. Wolf, what if we hooked up its 2 or 4 lights in the hallway to emotion sensor and have it where they turn off when the 5 or more motion senses haven't been triggered for the last half an hour? Then have like 2 motion senses for every hallway, or for you 1 for start, middle and end. For that simple us math and have it to where us outgoverns it'd be surprised. You can get free alcoholics for that on YouTube. Just schematics. What CSE? There are literally formulas that they have where you can just put in the schematics of wood hallway and then she consumption and it will calculate the windshield. Mikey, are you trying to turn off the sun? Are you talking about turning down the brightness of the sun? Have you tried just catching the sun with a master pokeball and or shooting the sun with a gun? Simple. Add more carbon and other civic molecule formulas at a calculated way. Animal, increase the brightness of the sun making it explode or go super. Notes. Mikey, you ask me a question. Stop getting mad at me for answering the question. Yeah, Mikey, stop getting mad at me for doing a good job for you. Wow, I may fight. What are you doing? Hawaii, never mind. Hey Google Siri, that's crazy. That's right, cuz I'm awake. What is the last person? Better to Birgant. What the heck do you need a pass? Oh sure, it's no longer, and at least forgot some idea big. Was in the library. You're supposed to be what's the number 1 thing? Quiet. Yeah, Carson and leviation. So about an hour that was kind of hoping we could skip more classes with that you come back okay where would the power just be Jordan or we not have to power at all you probably going out there lunch a flower how's your day going yay apparently acquaintance about 70,000 words it will be technically classified as a novel aka apparently short bucko never it's an ongoing project show you if it's a special edition or something but it would never actually be finished because it's just an add-on type of thing oh absolutely not I plan on carrying this document over between different school years that's why because apparently I can transfer ownership to someone outside of the school district for my home accounts I'm just going to copy and paste everything on the document to fix something on my home account because they can't because I know they can't delete never mind. Hi I can't find you in a little bit later you like this no. I don't know what just happened sunny grandma okay close enough flower or blue eyes that most players get to that level yeah that's a love walk you can unlock different things from playing and sometimes unlucky cosmetics Among Us is an online game besides practice but this is the only one that's available offline so not at all the same you know I said doesn't give you any realize that doesn't give you any loved what? Because it only has spots hey outside from point online games it's not a login thing it's pretty or lost that you do if I can kicked or leave from the server it's not at all like Roblox a certain path and there are different improvement walls and that's all so low it's like the shapeshifter scientist guardians you can have like one of the cream walls and also guardian angels yes yeah you can disguise him yourself one time I got ejected despite having people confirm that I did literally every visual attack on that map and if they still voted me off somehow and one time yeah that was annoying can I come with me I need to take you home I was starting to think you disappeared in the office that was Michelle Brickery boy minor feet a flower guess what Mr. Wolf ended up doing an extra one on the support argument thing specifically because of me was the should the sale of human organs be legalized any specifically added that one because of me so that was funny so naturally going to do a 2-paragraph about that one come on word count add up already in a classroom. No it was something for the energy thing what socialist was literally joking while I try to do some sort of contract with the devil that he wouldn't even trust me of contract he doesn't have so many loopholes or something wait what happened kind of. Started administer Christmas what time is that test today for science but not math. This exactly do not wear socks with sandals that is a fashion climb you will be punished you will be criminally charged and or put to death tell her I said I had to go outside oh why they actually have to touch glass the horror with the white contacts it is how many small deadly insects can hide in blades of glass I mean glass that's the light for each room but Mr. Guy said they already did that for the library and that can we get like a group people see what they're doing for the intended purpose of which room so yeah he didn't want like that idea that much ideas it would be like a quarter of how long it costs are and then overuse so if there's no one in the house they would turn off but if there was like one person it wouldn't be like the horror movie or something so yeah that would make it slightly more efficient because lightning is probably one of the biggest parts yeah like I like this one because you turn off the lights more often there's actually like but they said that the kitchen yeah energy usage especially when they turn on the hot water like the dishwasher yeah sound install one by the endless ones tomorrow so what are you two talking about they probably do you want to play a game not even going to ask what the game is are you sure do you want to play a game do you want to know what's called oh well and so on basically I agree with Michelle Obama error movie come on word count increase already on top you like him are you doing yes Kevin Morgan Wallen sounds are the best okay I see this one on the concert look how many words are on here also can I help you sleeping if you pay me oh who's that girl hey Miss Calhoun look at how one gets so around $70,000 letters 7 plus what is a short novel which is a short book and because the person you responsible for book studies said that we might end up waiting on books after we finish this book I was like kind of yeah why it's not only so we were after all it's not like an AI consumerize your voice with this I have to have audio clips not words that's why I chose that method one we can slot funny and true because it's not less security risk. Let it go away. From what would happen if you're still existing, white cats have 9 lives. I went to some of the emotional questions about life. What's going on, folks? It's me. I'm going to be reading out there. Questions and answers. Explosions. Martini mortals. You may call me Paprika here to tickle your mind from my pocket. Things are 100% true. You mind if I take a look? Oh Josh, that was a close one. You know, this episode was sponsored by vOICE, so if you guys haven't already, you can make your own website. Absolutely no time at all. If you stick around until the end of the video, we'll show you when we made in 10 minutes. There are tons of templates that really doesn't take you very long. This is how we made superplanetdolan.com, which is the hub for all of our stuff. Click the merchandise and social media feeds and character profiles. Be sure to watch the video till the very end. 345 What would happen to the world? All humans disappeared. I would just snap my fingers and make them all disappear. Could you imagine there would be no one to stop my fun? The world would be my playground with humans are. Snaps fingers make people go away. If humans suddenly their creations would begin to break down. My name is. Who are your minds of the robots? The new thing. The moon and the sun. The image. Questions about. Hi there, my name is Titan and I'll be reading out answers. Good morning. With her. It's possible that the continued production, and for giving us the tools to build our own website where you guys have. How long can you look at the sun of that going blind? My average is about an hour. I'm thinking about going first, but I don't want to show off. Let's see if we can break the record. Third one. Wow. Hospital and I'll try. Again. Okay. Minutes can cause permanent damage as the UV rays flood the retina. The cells around your eyes will blister and crack, and you might see dark spots. You'll usually recover within a day or two, but some cases can take 1 month or a whole year to fully recover. Kevin Durant won't allow starfish limbs to grow. New bodies just bulk up. Not many people know this. Exercising day in day out will force parts of your brain to relocate her in your body to make room for extra muscle. When you have mercy, your brain, your foot, you too will be able to grow under your body. Oh, so that's why people fled in the gym. It's not because they're exhausted. It's because they're pushing their own brains into their feet. Exactly. Start. You like ourselves, repair cuts or bruises on our human skin. Aiden Ramsey asks what would happen if we nuke the moon. Well then the people on the moon with fireworks were back at it all out war. Is that what you want? I think we should be solving all our problems with lurks. Oh man, Larry. You double dipped. Why do we have to nuke people with hate? Why can't we nuke them with love? That's what I think. Meaning of the moon. Even the largest bomb we've ever unleashed wouldn't have enough firepower to even be invisible blip in the night sky, and there'd be no danger of throwing the moon off course or raining down debris. And not even all of Earth's collective nukes launched at the same spot on the moon would do much actually off if humans never evolved. Mate, what would life be like? Garbage. Thinking how many hours people would spend hunting animals, skinning them, carving them up, cooking them, seasoning, preparing and presenting it as proposition banquet. Family forever. Want to realize we couldn't. Put a tease. Maybe it's a time to not do any of those things. We could all eat fruit instead. Fruits. Get food. Me and not eat it. You have a point. I don't have to like it. It's believed that he gave humans a head start in developing their brains due to the energy and protein gained from consuming it. It's possible we never would have reached our current level of intelligence needed to develop language and plan funds for wildlife. Could we survive without gravity? Gravity's so real in the first place you can't smell. It doesn't weigh anything amiss. The hertz around the turntable, that's what generates resistance and keeps you grounded. Do you think Earth is a vinyl record that's spin is a proved theory? Earth is a brochures and talkin' and by the time she but they theirs. What would you saying? Oh yeah, hey, can we have a free day today since there's already up missed most of classifications, only 8 of 22 people in here. I will see about that. Yeah, we'll see about that. I don't know am I exactly what Stella said. Okay, hey, I don't know what she's trying to. I'm just trying to get more words added onto you that are entertaining. Hey Miss Caller, that reminds me to do you remember how you said we might be making our own books after we finish the story? All right, do you? How long are you expecting the books to be? You like as long as they fall novel. Okay, I'm all that reminds me, is your depression gone now with the band? Did remember she said where do I put the bandit on to fix my depression? Book like an air. You listening? Yes, or they could do a nonfiction book about something like one of the boys really likes baseball, so he did a book and each page had different baseball games. Yeah, I'd probably do a fiction. Oh, don't worry, I already made a book on how to get away from murder. Okay, because can I turn on one that's a full novel size and get extra credits? See, I said there's nobody believed me. It was awesome. I got a lot of free goodies, but I couldn't get it to all the cells in time. What? Yes, actually, hold on, I have an answer. The magic word, please. No, the other one. He said all you have to do is say the word potato one time.